The News Extra program brought to you by Hersted Monument Company, and here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Very pleased to have Bob Hastings here from Gering Schools, the superintendent, and they've been doing a lot of things in Gering to kind of look at their future, decide where they're going to go. They've developed a strategic plan, and so in the next 7 or 8 minutes, we're going to talk about that. So, Bob, first of all, welcome. You've got 4 different things that are part of this strategic plan, right?
Yeah, we had a group of administrators, teachers, students, parents, community members, business leaders. Had a gentleman from WNCC who came and helped us, from some help from Twin Cities Development. So we had a large group of people who I think have a really good understanding of our community and our district, sit down and help us work through the process of coming up with what we see as the most important things that we need to focus on over the next 3 to 5 years in our school district.
All right. Number one, let's talk about this grade configuration, because you guys are different than a lot of districts, and that's part of the reason you're looking at it, right?
Yeah, we're pretty unique in the fact that we have, I believe, the only 10-12 high school in the state of Nebraska. And as a result of that, we actually run 2 high schools in separate buildings. We have our freshman academy, which we really like our freshman academy concept, but having it in a separate location creates some challenges for our students, and it creates some challenges for our staff. And so we want to take a good hard look at where the right place for that is. And we don't know the answer to that yet, but we're going to study it. Likewise, we have a 7th and 8th grade. It's called a junior high, but it runs like a middle school. And then our 6th grade, our students are located in the elementary schools. And again, that's fairly unique in Nebraska and nationwide. There are, again, challenges that are associated with that. One of the biggest ones is we are working with our students on standards that are presented to us from the state of Nebraska. And the standards are divided up in grade bands. And so, for instance, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade have a set of standards that they're working on, and then 6th, 7th, and 8th grade have a separate set of standards they're working on. And when your 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students and teachers are not in one location, it creates some challenges there as well. So we want to take a good hard look at where the right place for our students to be is, and what's going to be best for them and best for our staff as well. As we look at this, we have a lot of staff who bounce back and forth, particularly at the high school freshman academy, making sure that we're using them in the best way that we can, in the most efficient way possible. So it's going to be an interesting study for us. Along with that, we'll have to take a good hard look at our facilities and make sure that whatever our educational philosophy becomes in regard to grade configuration, how can we make that work in our facilities? And so we'll be taking a look at that as well.
All right. One of the other things you're looking at is technology, right?
Yeah, we've really been talking about technology for about a year now, but it definitely came out as one of our top goals that we wanted to focus on. We've been rolling out some technology initiatives already. We've on a path to being 1-to-1 at our high school in the next year or two. We have rolled out Chromebooks this year in our high school, in our language arts classrooms, about 130 Chromebooks or so. So we're well on the way, and our students are becoming more acclimated to that. It's really important that we prepare our kids for in a 21st century education, that we prepare them in a way that they know how to use technology appropriately. Technology is not a fix all by any means in education, but there is not a job that you do in the world today, or very few jobs, where technology does not touch it in some way. And I think we often get caught in the trap of thinking, well, kids know how to use technology. And they do in many ways. But one of the things that I've often said is, being able to take a selfie and post it on Instagram does not make you a technology expert. And so we have to not only provide our kids opportunities to use technology, but we need to teach them how to use it in an appropriate way. And so it's going to be an important piece of our educational process. It's almost becoming one of the basics. And so we have to make sure that we're doing that with our students.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll talk about the other two goals that are part of this strategic plan right after this.
When it's time to honor a loved one, look no further than Hersted Monument Company in Scottsbluff. They've been serving the area with the highest quality monuments since 1919. They have the area's largest in-stock selection. Plus, their professional craftsmen can do personalized designs as well. Hersted's offers free in-home consultation, and they invite you to shop and compare. They think you'll be pleased with what they can offer. Hersted Monument Company at 13 West Overland, Scottsbluff.
On News Extra this morning, Bob Hastings, the Gering Superintendent, is our guest. We're talking about their strategic plan just recently approved by the Gering School Board. They've got 4 basic goals in that strategic plan. One of them is grade configuration they're studying. They're improving the technology. And then they have 2 other basic goals. One of them is expanding learning options, and that goes to careers and college and that type of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to provide our students with ample opportunities to be able to start working towards a career pathway when they're in high school. We want them to have opportunities to work or have internships and have job shadowing experiences to really get a taste of what it's like to work in a particular field. And at the same time, we want to work closely with the college on this and expand those dual credit options for our kids so that they can walk out when they walk across the stage and receive their diploma, walk across that stage with college hours also in their back pocket, because that just helps them along the way. Now we understand that college isn't for everybody, and so we want to also help kids move along pathways towards certification if they choose not to go to college, so that they're ready. They're either college or career ready when they leave our school. It's going to be it's a very important piece. We have tremendous vocational programs in our high school already. The construction program, Mr. Anderson and Mr. Reinmuth are leading. We have Mr. Kinneman does a great job with his programs, and we have some business things that we're starting to develop. But those are not the only career pathways that exist. And so, medical field is an area of huge importance in our area, and so we want to look at career pathways in that field. And a myriad of other possibilities. We've been working with Scottsbluff for the past 6 months or so on trying to plan some of these things together so that we could be more efficient, both of us, and hopefully share some of these opportunities between the 2 districts also.
All right. Real quick, because we're running out of time, the branding goal, just kind of define who you are, right? Yeah, absolutely. We want we want to be able to help people understand what it is. When you think of Gering Public Schools, this is what it means, and this is what we stand for. This is the type of educational product we are providing. And so we're going to work hard to develop that kind of single brand for our district over the next couple of years. And this is more than just a logo. It's about what you think about us when you think of Gering Public Schools. All right. Well, you guys did a great job with this, the strategic plan for Gering, and I know you have some other goals that are kind of on the back burner that you can address later on, but to get to these 4 and set them out, that's pretty good. So congratulations. Thank you. We're excited. All right. Bob Hastings with Gering Schools. We appreciate him coming in today on News Extra.